take Department of Health. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The report is as follows. The projects that we are hearing, in Dr. JS now, we have got, let me indicate that there are some projects that are on hold because of the same reasons that were cited before, budget cuts, and then the report will have some days that are members in Bangkok. We had we were constructing a maternity unit. This is one of the projects that are on hold. On the Psycho Hospital, alterations and additions to the existing hospital, phase 3. This project is around 98 now. We were in the completion date at 5 January. That did not happen. The new date is set at 15 May. Troya Clinic, we were constructing a new clinic because the old one is completed. This project, the site was being over to the contractor, and it is busy with site construction. Sabusa CAC, where we are planning to construct a new community health center. This project is also one of those intermediate. We had 2 projects for Nkangala Hospital, construction of a mental health care unit, which is on hold. The second one is construction of new maternity ward. This project has already been handed to the contractor. As we are speaking, he is on site with this construction. Hospital construction at the hospital. This project is the C rate says 90, but it's around 96%. We were projecting to have it completed end of March, but we realized some challenges, no projecting. Hospital, this is a sub project of the main project, whereby we're constructing service in our time sewer. So these projects are almost at the end. And then in partnership with Zaro, planning to construct a clinic project is no town clinic. The clinic is very small. So any partnership with clinic project is also still in place. Malatin, with tertiary hospital, where we are. We are planning to construct a new tertiary hospital. So the plan is to have my apology. The plan is to alter the current hospital so that it can in future be used as a district hospital. So this one is still also at the planning level. Still at Witbank Hospital, the heritage building, renovation of the heritage building, which was housing, I think, 6 wards. Although there they are only talking about orthopedic, but there's medical, surgical, and pediatric. So The project is funded by National Department. So currently, let me indicate that there were some challenges related to the project because of the business forum. However, the project has resumed. Yeah, they are now busy with the trusses, and thereafter, then they will go inside the building because the roof was leaking. And then, still in Wheatbank Hospital, renovation of the mental health unit. The project has also taken off. It is far above the 25% that you see there. We had projected that we would finish or complete the project by end of March. That could not happen. The new date hasn't been set yet. And then the new tertiary hospital, Nkangala Tertiary Hospital, where we are planning to construct a 400-bedded tertiary hospital. Phase 1, which was involving enabling works, fencing, and all that. The stage 4 thereof was completed in June, and the budget confirmation and the request to proceed was sent to our department after that. So let me confirm that the budget has been put aside for that, so the project will proceed, and then the stage 2 will also continue. In terms of the new Mpumalanga Specialist Psychiatric Hospital, which is actually the current Impong, but the site will be different. So it is also still at the planning phase. It also received budget for this new financial year. I'll present the budget towards the end of the presentation. Polar Clinic, which we constructed in partnership with South 32. The project is complete and it is occupied and operational. Fosman Mobile Clinic, where we constructed an 8-hour clinic in partnership with TransAlloys. This one also is completed and it is occupied and operational. In BK, in partnership with Alstom, we constructed a community health center, state of the art. Also, it is also completed and it is occupied. Our budget allocation for this financial year is as follows. We've got a budget for the renovation of the mental health ward in the Wheatbank with a budget of 10 million. We have got a budget for Nkangala Hospital upgrading of the maternity unit with a budget of 71 million. Nkangala Hospital phase 3. As we indicated, this project is almost finished, so it will be just the final account at 15 million. And then we have got, would like to install some solar systems in some of our facilities. We have prioritized some facilities for this financial year in various sub-districts, and the budget thereof is 59 million. We are also planning to install split air conditioners in different facilities as well, with a budget of 1.2 million. And then we also want to upgrade our lifts with a budget of 1.5. And then the new Mpumalanga Psychiatric Ward hospital that I alluded to above has got this financial year 9.5 million. And then Middleburg Regional Hospital, it's not a regional hospital, it's actually a district hospital, with a budget of 32 million. And then in Dr. J.S. Morocco, we have got a Troya Clinic Just got a budget for this financial year was 16.4 million. And then the new Nkangala Tertiary Hospital has got a budget of 218.2 million. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Department of Health. Can we do likewise? You? After tea. Let's try it again. Yes. Thank you so much. Department of Education. 15 minutes. It starts when you stand up. Okay, can we all submit departments, our information there? All departments.
Thank you, Speaker, and Chairperson of the session. Let me take this opportunity to extend our greetings to the Executive Mayor of the district and all Executive Mayor Samakosi, all councillors present, and all colleagues and all protocols. Our presentation is very short as Department of Education. Maybe I should hasten to say, let me apologize for the district director and other commitments who couldn't come today. Let me say our presentation is short as Department of Education because the department is largely an employer. Bulk of our budget goes to salaries. And recently we also had some serious cuts on our capital expenditure. But we have the program of e-learning, which affects all schools. That is, we give all learners tablets who are doing matric. The project is worth 200 million. We are intending to introduce a smart schools concept. We are to pilot some identified schools within all municipalities. The project will run at a cost of 126 million. And then we are going to introduce coding and robotics from grade R, grade 9 in about 228 schools that we are still to identify as benefiting. The project cost 17 million. We are going to build a regional school at Malasheni for the deaf. The school is going to accommodate all learners from the whole region. I think there is a type of the budget is 500 million. Initially, we had been talking about 500,000. That was not correct. The province has just corrected us. On the second slide, we start with the same school. I'm sorry, the project is budgeted 500 million, but because it is at planning and design, we are going to start with, for this financial year, 100 million. And then on the following years, the money will then continue to be spent. Then we have Okela Primary in Kakani. It is on phase 3. We are still planning. The project is done for us by Africa. Then we have Liwa Primary School in Malasheni. There is construction of classes, 12 classes of reaching in the Kapa at 2 million. The company there is some solution. That would be anywhere for the school. That would be primary school, we are demolishing 22 unsafe classes and we are building 22 classes. 20 million 159. Currently they are at 55%. We are told they spend around 11.87 million. It's coming so far. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Department of Education. Can we do likewise? Thank you. The next department is Department of Social Development. Mr. Madimwani.
Greetings, Program Director, all councillors present and colleagues. I proclaim protocol observed. My name is Tunju Madimwani. I'm quickly going to start with the infrastructure development projects in Nkangala. SDSD, we have a project that was recently completed at Mamaklage branch office, Ward 29. It is now at 100% completion. The total project cost was 35,576. The second project is in Steve Swede, residential facilities for elder persons. In Ward 13, the allocated budget or project amount spent is 132. The last one is at Victor Kanye, Delmos branch office, Ward 3. The completion is at 50%, and then the amount spent is 35,000. Now let me quickly go to NPO support services that we are rendering as Department of Social Development. At Telbisi Lehani, local municipality, we have service centers, 7 service centers that we are rendering, and then for the purposes of time, I'm not going to read the ones are projected there, where the services are accessed. Service centers as at the Telbisi Lehani, the amount that we was budgeted for is 832,190. Service centers for frail and care, we have 2 to the amount of 341,000. Assisted living for person with for older person, we have 1 NPO is covering 40 households or 40 beneficiaries to the amount of 163,000. Protective workshops, we have 6 municipality to the amount of 493,000. Home-based care for protective workshops, we have 3 in the municipality to the amount of 263. Stimulation centers, we have 4 to the amount of 860. Residential care facilities and persons with disability, we have 1 to the amount of 2.6 million. Drop-in centers, we have 3 to the amount of 1.5 million. Community-based prevention and early intervention projects, we have 3 to the amount of 2.4 million. We also support SANCA, which is, we only have 1 organization in the municipality to the amount of 1.1 million. Community nutrition development, we have 1 to the amount of 800,000. Households initiatives, we have 6 in the municipality to the amount of 272,000. Youth development centers, we have 2 to the amount of 64,000. HIV and AIDS and TB prevention care and support organizations, we have 1 to the amount of 4.6 million. In the municipality is 16.9 million. Steve Swede municipality, service centers, we have 4 to the amount of 116,000. Service frail care services, we have 2 to the amount 337,000. Social services organization for older persons, we have 1 to the amount of 271,000. Protective workshops, we have 2 in the municipality to the amount of 165,000. Stimulation centers, we have 3, the amount is 595,000. Home-based care for stimulation centers, we have 1 to the amount of 114,000. Residential facilities for persons with disability is 1. The amount allocated is 143,000. Social services organizations for persons with disability is 1 to the amount of 741,000. We are also funding the post of social worker and social work supervisors. Drop-in centers, excuse me, we have 6 in the municipality to the amount of 3.1 million. Social services organization for children, we have 5 to the amount of 6.6 million. Child and youth care centers to the amount, we have 5 in the municipality to the amount of 10.2 million. Service organization for families, we have 1 to the amount of 342,000. Community-based prevention and early intervention, we have 2 to the amount of 1.1 million. Victim empowerment project, we have 1, and then the amount is 900,000. Women development centers, we have 1 to the amount of 405,000. Youth development centers, we have 7, and then the amount allocated is 1.6 million. Household initiatives, we have 10 to the amount of 255,000. Total amount allocated for SNF center is 33,277,000. Municipality.
Sorry, can you increase can you enlarge the figures as well? The last 3 columns, there's nothing, so you can enlarge to that side.
Emalaten local municipality service centers for older person. We have 5 to the amount of 716,000. Service centers and friend care services. We have 1 to the amount of 419,000. Assisted living for older persons. We have 3 in Emalaten to the amount of 346,000. Residential care facilities for older persons, we have 1 to the amount of 1.6 million. Social services organization for persons with disability, we have 1 to the amount of 552. We are also funding 2 posts of social work supervisors in Emalaten. Protective workshop for persons with disability, we have 4 to the amount of 486. Home-based care for protective workshop, we have 1 to the amount of 56,000. Stimulation centers, we have 2 to the amount of 325,000. Residential facilities for disabled, we have 1 to the amount of 936,000. Social service organization for families, we have 1 to the amount of 713,000. Drop-in centers, we have 3 to the amount of 1.6 million. Social service organization for children, we have 4 to the amount of 7.5 million. Child and youth care centers, we have 2 to the amount of 4.4 million. Community-based prevention and early intervention, we have 4 in the municipality to the amount of 3.4 million. Crime prevention services, we have 2 in Emalaten to the amount of 3.6 million. Sanka, we have 1 in Emalaten to the amount of 3.8 million. VEP services, we have 1 to the amount of 2.1 million. Youth development centers, we have 4. The amount is 928,000. Household initiatives is 5 in the municipality to the amount of 272,000. The total amount allocated for Emalaten local municipality is 34 million. Next municipality. Vitakani. Service centers, we have one service center for the amount of 124,000. Residential care facilities and for older person, we have one to the amount of 864,000. Stimulation centers, we have one to the amount of 220,000. Drop-in centers, we have one to the amount of 521,000. Social service organization for children, we have one to the amount of 1.4 million. Community-based prevention and early intervention, we have one to the amount of 612,000. VEP services, we have one to the amount of 900,000. Household initiatives, we have 9 to the amount of 255,000. Community nutrition is one to the amount of 800,000. The total amount allocated for Vitakani is 5.3 million. Next one is Dr. J.S. Boroka service centers that we have is 4 to the amount of 396,000. Protective workshops, we have 3 to the amount of 129,000. Residential care facilities for persons with disability, we have 1 to the amount of 4.6 million. Stimulation centers, we have 3 to the amount of 355,000. Drop-in centers, we have 6 to the amount of 3 million. Child and youth care centers, we have 1 to the amount of 2.3 million. Community-based prevention and early intervention projects, we have 4 in the municipality to the amount of 3.4 million. Victim support, victim empowerment project, we have 1 to the amount of 950,000. Victim or community nutrition development projects, we have 1 to the amount of 800,000. Household initiatives, we have 6 to the amount of 272,000. Youth and development centers, we have 11 to the amount of 2.5 million. HIV and AIDS and TB prevention care and support organizations, we have 1 to the amount of 2.9 million. The total amount spent or allocated for the municipality is 22 million. Nkangala local municipality service centers, we have 2 to the amount of 333,000. Service centers and frail care services, we have 1 to the amount of 237. Residential care facilities for older persons, we have 2 to the amount of 1.8 million. Protective workshop is 1 to the amount of 118,000. Stimulation centers, we have 1 to the amount of 140,000. Residential care facilities for persons with disability, we have 1 to the amount of 2 million. Social services organization for persons with disability, we have 1 to the amount of 1.8 million. We are also funding posts of social workers and social auxiliary workers in social service organization for families, we have 1 to the amount of 1.5 million. Social service organization for children, we have 1 to the amount of 458,000. Child and youth care centers, we have 1 to the amount of 10.2 million. Community-based prevention and early intervention, no organization organization in that municipality. Household initiatives, we have 8 to the amount of 255,000. Community nutrition, we have 1 to the amount of 800,000. Youth development centers, we have 4 to the amount of 928,000. The total approved amount is 20.8 million allocated for that municipality. That's all. I was not counting, but I think I've covered all the municipalities program directly. All the 6 municipalities. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we give him a round of applause? Yeah, I want to understand that. Choir conductors, please fix the situation. Okay, now thank you so much, colleagues. Can we then take Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport? Yeah, that's minus Sunday. Saving time. Also enlarge your figures.
Thank you, Wachawu. Thank you. Thank you, Program Director. Good afternoon. Allow me to say protocol observed to all the leadership in the House. My name is Peggy Shaba. I'm here with my colleagues. I'm here to represent Public Works. Before I can just summarize my report because I think it's short, I just want to put it to the House that today we are here to present project within Nkangala region. And Nkangala region as a department, we are managing close to 3.6 kilometers road network, and we did our own needs analysis, and we find that our roads in Nkangala, they need a lot of money, and they are in bad state. I can say today we've got 5.6% very good condition, meaning the rest is very bad. Allow me to continue, Chairperson. I will start with Emalahleni. Emalahleni, we've got 3 projects. The first project we are planning to design, of which this project was a multi-project in terms of the design stage. What we do in terms of our APPs that are approved. This financial year we put aside 2 million just to complete this construction of road overlay bridge in Emalahleni. The road number is P100, and after we did that, with the design, with the detail, we are going to construct this road, which is the next project on the list. We, as a department, we put aside 120 million, and the total cost of this project is going to take 190 million to construct the road over the rail bridge. Again, Chairperson and the colleagues, we're planning to do a college road, which is P21/1. The common name is R55. We are planning to complete this project. As I said, it's a multi-project.
This financial year, we're planning to complete as our target. We put aside 19.4 million. Again, I'm going to Nkangala now to present. Nkangala, when we do our assessment, we find that we've got so many roads that they need repair. We've got 3 projects in Nkangala. We call them slip failure. The first one is P180/1 at Machado. We put aside 7.7 million. And our target, we're planning to complete everything under this financial year. Again, we've got another slip failure, same route, different section. This is section B. We put aside 16 million to complete this slip failure. And we anticipated our target, it must be 100% completed. Section C, we put 7.6 to repair that slip failure, same road. And I'm moving to Steve Shed. Here at Steve Shed, we have one detailed design that we need to finish this financial year. We put aside 5.4 million. The road number is D1555. And the road start, it's 11 kilometer stretch. We've got another road, this one, Chairperson. I just want to declare, we're upgrading the road D20, still between R55, Qualified River, which is phase 1. This road, Chairperson, we are planning to do it with our private sector. As you know, the department, money is not in our favor. So we put aside 9.6 million. Phase 1 will cost 35 million. And we just need to finalize the MAU with the private sector that will assist us. The second one is College Road. It's road number P182. It's a R542 road, common name. This one is part of the multi-project, and we put aside 41 million, and the total cost of this project was 135. We anticipated just to have 85 completion in this project. However, Chairperson and the colleagues, we have a challenge in terms of the performance of our contractor in the province. And some of the projects, we are moving to our multi-site. This is another project that gives us another problem, but we are planning, we are hoping, if things goes well, we'll be completing 85%. And now moving to Dr. J.S. Murok. We've got a design project which needs to be completed this year. It was started last financial year. It's D2902. We put aside just for completion because we only need the detail and the last payment from the contractor is 350,000. We've got another one, Dr. J.S. Moroka. As you know, Chairperson, after we finish, we plan to contract the project. And another problem that we are facing as a department is procurement. And we know that we are delaying in terms of appointing contract. We put aside 3.4 million and we're planning 15% completion after we appointed the contract. Another one is the D935 with the JS. It's an upgrade. It's 1.5 kilometer. We put aside 9.1 million and the total cost is 40 million. We're planning to complete 35%. I'm moving to Victor Kani. In Victor Kani, Chairperson, we have one project that again is another problem for us. We engaged the contractor, and the contractor he gave session to the local SMME, but still we are battling to finish this project. But however, this financial year, we are anticipating the 100% completion. We put aside for this financial year 42 million, and the total cost of the project was 108 million. In TBC, the chairperson, we've got a number of special projects. However, in this one, I'm going to present the detailed upgrade. We have one detailed upgrade that we were busy with it, and we're planning to have a detailed design in this financial year. We put aside 2.7 million, and the total cost is 2.7 for this financial year. However, we have 3 projects that will be coming through our special program, which is through our maintenance budget. One project is started at 12.14, and the total cost is 3.8, and that information we'll share with you. Another one that will be coming is the one at Mloto. It's D567. Again, it's got a lot of problems. We need to intervene as soon as possible. There we're going to do a drainage upgrade, and we're going to also upgrade, I think, close to 0.6 kilometer stretch. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you very much. Next, the Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to say all protocol observed. My name is Ramuko Malika, representing the Department of Culture, Sport and Recreation. And let me apologize for my regional director, who is committed today. In our first slide, I'm going to report about the projects and programs for the current year. In Dr. J.S. Moroga, we have construction of public library and installation of books and ICT services needed in Mamitlake. The new library. This was established in November. It started in November 2023. The current allocation for this year is 8 million. The total project is 19 million, 5. In Tembisile-Hani, we have monitoring of the construction of Nkangala Public Library, which is at, I think, 88% now. And we had a budget of 19.5 for the completion of the project in this current year. We have 2.6 million. In Stipshwete local municipality, we have a Newtown Public Library that is also at its completion stage. Is the multi-year project as well, like Nkangala. It was at 19.5 million. The allocation is 1.7 to complete the project. Again, in Stipshwete local municipality, we have we're going to maintain Ritgale Public Library. The budget for that is 667,000. And Victor Kanye Municipality, we have Bootling Public Library that is going to be maintained and renovated. Is also at 667,000. We have buying of e-books, electronic books. Buying of electronic books that are accessible through the gadgets. This is for the whole province. In all municipalities, the budget is 1.3 million. We are going to buy 6,745,000 titles of books for this current year. And we continue to all municipalities. We have mini libraries, it's libraries within the library that are servicing the blind and partially sighted people. This is in 12 libraries in all municipalities in Nkangala at 524,000. This is the affiliation with the South African Library for the Blind. And then in Tembisile Hani, we have there's access to museum, services to learners and tourists and communities in relation to the preserved history and heritage in the province. This is one facility that is providing that service, which is Kodwana. The budget is from operational budget. And then we have creative music workshops that will be taking place this current year. One is cultural structure that will be supported, is Zoe Creative Organization. And in Dr. J.S. Moroka is Top Ace Entertainment. At the cultural, the Zoe is at 700,000 and Top Ace is at 450. Dr. J.S. Moroka, again, cultural projects to develop, promote, and preserve the living culture. This is Mtambotini. We have Zuzama Bogo, Eholweni cultural event. The budget is 100,000. At Tembisile Hani, we have Engwenyameni, King Silamba from Jegeje. It's also at 100,000. At Tembisile Hani, it's maintenance of museums, the Kodwana Cultural Village, to maintain it, the infrastructure maintenance, it's at 150,000 this year. And then we have, in all municipalities, the national and commemorative days. 2 of them will be celebrated in Nkangala at 1.967 million. As Steve Schwete, we have one community conservation dialogue that will be happening here in Steve Schwete at 100,000. In all 6 municipalities, we have the awareness of the activation on the national symbols at 70,000. We have the art and culture craft that will be supported in the district. It's sitting at 81, it allocated 81,000. We have at Tembisile municipality, we have 11 arts and culture EPWP jobs that will be created in this current year at 468,000. Again, in 6 6 municipalities. In all municipalities, we have the standardization of the geographical names. Here we work with the local, the LGNC, and the provincial name change. So this one is at 83,000. The municipalities that submitted for name change will be assisted this year. Again, in all municipalities, we have one reading material in indigenous language that will be created through the writers. That is at 250,000. And the Makazeni local municipality, we have the project of the high altitude that is allocated 67,584,000 for the provision of phase 1 and provision of phase 2 megaliters reservoir. And the second phase will be the bulk infrastructure service, the potable water and the waste water treatment. And these funds are secured through the PPP investors. So the treasury approval for this current year is 10 million, and the project, the total cost of the project is 5.2 billion. In Steve Shwete, again, we have Loskop Marathon that will take place soon. We have 200,000 to support that event. And 2 community sports structures will be supported. Emalakeni, we're going to host the international boxing tournament. It's budgeted for 1 million. In Steve Shwete again, we're going to support the Mpumalanga cycling tournament. That is, it goes around all 3 districts. The budget is 400,000. Okay. The promotion and participation in sport and recreation. This is the 9 local leagues that are going to be supported in all local municipalities. As stated, there is aerobics, youth month celebration, the provincial indigenous games, district, National Mandela Month, women in sport tournaments, all those 17 sports creation events will be supported at 1.3 million. They're going to take place in all municipalities. And we have 100 of athletes that will be supported by the Sports Academy. It's allocated 923,000. And we have also, in all municipalities, 50 schools, 9 hubs, and 30 clubs that will be supported and provided with sports equipment. It's either sports equipment or the attire. The budget is 1.9 million. And in Nkangala district, we have 2,000 learners participating in school sports tournaments at a district level. They are going to be supported. Budget allocation is 2.7 million. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Colleagues, that concludes the first round. And we are at clarity seeking questions and comments. All reports, starting from in the morning. 1 round. Yeah. Can I see hands? That is very good. 1 hand. One hand, okay. 1, 2, Chief Whip, 3, MMC, 4, 5 hands. Thank you. As the conference in. Okay, that will be 5. No, behind 5, and then 6, 7. In that order. You have to come in. 8, okay. 8, 7, 8. 7, 8. Let's go. 1. Straight to the issue.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chair, and greetings to yourself, the leadership, and everyone in the House. Well, it's just a clarification question. On the presentation, the public works, the issue of the R50 construction, it says 100% complete, but we were aware that there's still about 5 kilometers left. Just the clarity there. And also on the DCSR, I see the library, the Butlin Public Library is also saying 100%, but here they are saying it's still going to happen. Just the clarity there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Number 2.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and greetings to yourself and all protocol observed. Let me join the letter speaker and welcome all the presentations made by the district and the departments. Quickly, Chair, the first clarification question will be on human settlement, on town planning issues. Especially, we welcome the budget given to Dr. J.S. Moron, but we are missing 2, if not 3, of the feasibility studies, reports, and budget promises that were made. There is a Mamitake one, and there is a Marabian one, and I know there is also Mugani. I'm not sure if they are able to report on that. The budget they've given to us in terms of development and services, it is more in Mutujani area and Dr. but there were others that were done in the other side of the municipality, and it's not reflected. The second issue is the Department of Social Development Projects, and maybe this is a comment also from the department. Maybe we are missing the how part of how to develop the projects, because social development is building a project. They are saying it is at 100% completion at Mamika, and where we are sitting, it is not at that level. But again, the project was brought to municipality without proper consultation. The proper consultation was not done. The project was not received at the municipality, and it had a lot of problems where we had to intervene, even though we did not receive the project. The last matter is of the 2 projects of roads, the Kachibani and the Ramukheleza road. Maybe let me start with the planning of how the weighting of the project is done. It is reflecting from Limpopo border to Mukani, to Kajiba. And the road project is from Mukani to Kajiba. how we know the project. And it was presented to us at the municipality with the consultant of the project as it's from Mogani to Gajiba, not from Limpopo border to Gajiba. But the second matter on the project was that reminder to the department, we have promised consultation with the traditional leadership of the two areas, especially Mogani and Gajiba, where we have to do intensive consultation with the chiefs. Remember, the project at some stage was turned back due to issues that were not resolved. So we request that intensive project. The Ramukhele road, I think there's an injection of a budget of 3.5 million. Maybe we should get it clarity whether that is for site establishment or what is the budget for the 15% budget that must be outlined. I think those are the three issues I wanted to raise. But let us comment. We request through the TTM model and the planning, let the project, when they go to municipalities on the ground, let consultation be done with the various municipalities, because some of the projects are allocated to the sites without the municipality knowing those projects from the department. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Greetings to your good self, all protocol observed. I should think I'm covered by the Chief Whip from Dr. J.S. Mboka. I wanted to speak on the matter of township establishment and the social development project. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. From
Was that a,
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and the House is right. I think this is not a question per se. It's about what the speaker from JS Work has said. In connection with the project that have been delivered in the communities. Some of them, they are not even handed over to the municipality, just to let it know that there's a project that is taking place in the area. All departments are doing their project on their own, whereby they are not informing the local municipality. And again, I think it's wise that, as the mayor has said, that we must integrate all these projects in one plan. So that you must know that what is happening in Fatuba, what is happening in Fatuba, so that we can combine them into one and deliver according to the knowledge of each and every one that knows what is happening in that place. Thank you.
Thank you. Number 5.
No, thank you, Honourable Speaker. Maybe greetings to the Mayor and all protocol in the interest of time. No, Speaker, you said straight to the point. Maybe let's appreciate all the reports. But Speaker, let me start at human segment. They saying, and we know that the project in Victor. Maybe let me start by saying, Speaker, sorry, I'm Nkangala IDP, MMC in Victor, standing in for the Mayor, Councillor Puta, who just apologized to Ile. But now, in Victor, they are saying the project in human settlement are 100% complete, building of houses, we agree. But we have been sending the request and saying to the department, yes, they might be 100% complete, but they did not do the housekeeping. And we said in the amendment, they are leaving garbages and we don't have capacity because we don't have enough machines ourselves as municipalities, and people are complaining. They can't access their houses, they can't do anything in those houses because there are garbages I think MMC will testify because he went, Councillor Tabang Matula went and he saw the situation. Human settlement, they know. I don't know, because we are made to understand that there is retention, there is still there. But if we are saying 100%, that means these people are not coming to do housekeeping. And they've done it from 2017. Those contractors that came with the contractor called Manadona, they left a lot of problems there. And we were even unable to put running water because you need them to dig for the trenches, you need to expose. We don't have that capacity. They are living cabbages. We are saying they must do housekeeping. And we were promised at the MINMEC that they are going to tell them. And maybe, Speaker, with all due respect, but we normally say when we've got these meetings, they are recorded and something is going to happen every after meeting when we have got this meeting. But we have been raising these issues to say they must come and do the housekeeping. We can't go to the elections, unfortunately, Speaker, if it's like that, because we can't access the places. And we are putting councillors at risk with this thing. And the second, Speaker, is the matter of Vicar. I think, okay, we are saying the matter of Vicar, as we are getting explanations, that is still with the rural development and we have to write letters as a municipality. But there are people that are residing there, unfortunately, Honourable Speaker. But we are asking as a municipality, can we conclude the matter of Vicar? Can we say something is happening with the matter of Vicar? Because we've been told that the contractor was appointed, all the processes were completed to develop Vicar, but we don't know what is keeping Vicar. And yesterday, unfortunately, they said the Department of Human Settlement is going to check. I thought maybe they were going to give a better explanation in this meeting. Tomorrow we are going to go into the community and they will need an explanation with what is happening there. I think we must get help from the department because, really, Speaker, people have already researched. We just need that place to be developed as a municipality. Please, Speaker. But the speaker my speaker has covered me on the issue of the library and the issue of the 100% completion at the. But no, I think I'm covered, Speaker. Thank you very much.
6 is there.
Afternoon, Chairperson. Let me also save time and observe all protocol. I also want to apologize, Chairperson, that I am not a councillor, I'm an official. But out of interest from where I'm coming from, I am Paul Mda from Nkangala local municipality. Chairperson, what I'm going to raise here is it's what you once raised when you were still a chief whip of this council. VKLM is part of the Nkangala district municipality. And we are also a fast-growing municipality in terms of our population. Now I want to say the crisis that are mainly experienced by the 5 municipalities, we are also experiencing them as a local municipality. Now what I'm trying to say, sector departments, they are behaving as if Nkangala does not exist. I will give a clarity why I'm saying that. Chairperson, if you can revisit all the presentations, you will notice and realize that Nkangala is not on the map in terms of projects. I understand part of the projects that were started 2022, 2023, 23, 24. But from 24, 25 up onwards, nothing is allocated for Nkangala. So now my submission is that why can't we share the little piece of cake that we have amongst the 6 municipalities? The councillor, where I'm coming from, has also registered this concern that tomorrow we are hosting IDP outreach from Nkangala. The executive mayor once experienced the hostility from the community because there's too much anger in terms of projects to say, what is happening with Nkangala? Why are we not allocated projects? And remember that the issue of unemployment is a global thing, if not a national thing. Nkangala is also experiencing the same thing. Now, if tomorrow we are going to the same community that is angry because it's unemployed and they feel that as if they are not taken seriously, so it's going to create us a problem. So we just want to register those concerns so that when we go there tomorrow, we are ready. The other thing, Chairperson, what I want to submit and propose, humbly so, is that this matter needs to be corrected. All sector departments must revisit, if possible, or review their projects and also try and accommodate with that eye. And the other problem is that the issue of projects from sector departments for the municipalities is a problem. Because personally, I'm not sure where do they get those projects and how do they identify them. What informs them to allocate a specific project for a particular municipality? Because what I've experienced and observed is that many a times they will talk about the projects which are not addressing the current challenges that the municipality is experiencing. And same applies, the projects they are addressing, they don't talk to what the community is expecting. So honestly, we need to take note of all the issues that are raised. I want to thank the Chairperson for this opportunity.
Thank you. Number 7.
Good afternoon, everyone. And also the executive mayor. I have a question to Department of Education. Firstly, I would like to appreciate that they were building a deaf and blind school. My question is, this school that they will be building, it is from which grade up until to which grade? Normally, they've never had a matric. My concern is what will this school have matric or what? Thank you.
Thank you. Number 7, Honorable MC.
Well, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and greetings to yourself, the Honorable Executive Mayor, and let me stand on the protocol that has already been established. Well, Honorable Speaker, I'm just registering a concern from the above presentations that we have received. As I welcome all of them, I'm registering the concern that it seems as if we have a standard pattern of operations in terms of sector departments. It's like we have closed our ears for new creations or new things that seek to address the challenges that our people are facing at the ground. I'm raising this because when you go back to 3 years back, this is the standard pattern of the reports that we're receiving. Then the question is, what informs these reports and these programs that are being implemented by these sector departments? I think we need to have a thorough discussion on what informs this so that we can, and also is it addressing the challenges that we're facing today? Will we be able to do away with the unemployment, inequality, and poverty with these programs? It's just a concern of registering. Well, I have been covered by Nkangala IDP on the issue of VK. I think probably women settlements maybe must be able to respond to it in terms of what needs to be done. It has been raised on several platforms which I have been participating in. And I think it would be fair that we have a way forward, a proper clarity in resolving this matter, because when you go to site, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. And I don't think the municipality will be able to put in services there because of that housekeeping that was not done. But second to that, I would want to get clarity also on the Department of Human Settlements. These child centers that we're building, are they already having beneficiaries? I'm raising this because once we finish and hand over to municipalities, who's going to operate and run these things? Or are we also planning again for them to be damaged? I think for me, it's critical to say we're building this center because there's a particular individual or institution that must occupy. Then they are helping us. And then under the Department of Public Works or the Department of Health, I just want clarity on the Lina Malachi Tertiary Hospital. Are we saying we're constructing 2024, 2025, or we're still busy with the designs? Same with the bridge from the Department of Public Works. Are we still in designs or are we construction? It has yes, what are we saying? I just want to clarify. And the question on the School of the Deaf, I'm covered. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you so much, colleagues. Can we take responses? I'll see by hands. Parameters, but human settlement. Hey. I think we must start with human settlement. Then others will follow education. I see. Or human settlement, public works is next to you. We'll take human settlement.
Thank you, Chairperson. Okay, with the question on the township establishments for Dr. J.S. Moroka, I must just double check. It might be the project that the Nkangala district is doing, because there are township establishments that they are busy with. Because I'm not aware of those projects, hence they are not part of the presentation. So I will just double check with the municipality to ensure they are not the ones that the district is busy with. The issue of background, Chairperson, I'm going to be very, very honest with you. As much as sector departments are assisting the municipalities, but we also need support from the municipalities that we are assisting. It's unfair on the department to do its part and the municipality, I'll be honest that the municipality itself is being failed by the municipal officials, because as much as an official from Human Settlement, we did all that we can do in assisting the municipality to ensure that the project starts. What we did from the project was appointed in 2019. Then we went into COVID. To 2021, we had back and forth meetings with the municipality, and these meetings were chaired by the mayor of Victor Kanye. In these meetings, we introduced our service providers, and rural development was also part of these meetings. And what came out from the meetings is that we did a draft layout plan, as Councillor Malumane is saying, that shows the current informal settlement that is there, right? And we found out that there are some households that are sitting on the river that will need to be relocated, and not the entire informal settlement cannot be upgraded, even though we can proceed with the informal settlement upgrading for the informal settlement that is currently there, you will still need land for the people that needs to be relocated.
And that's where the challenge is. The municipality does not have land that is owned by the municipality. The 3 portions that they have identified, which is the Vigral, is portion 1, 13, and 6. Portion 1 and 13 is the one that we want to develop on, right? Portion 6, we didn't request it for development. However, the informal settlement has went on to that portion. With our engagements with rural development, we asked them, can we take the vacant land? And they said in their meeting, they cannot just give us the land because that land, they have land claims upon it in terms of the Labor Tenant Act. And it means that they'll have to discuss that internally to say that what is going to happen to the labor tenants that have claimed that land, because they cannot move them like that. And that was the first issue. The second issue, there was an issue of a chief that said the land owed to their family, Chief Mahamba. There was also that dispute. And the Department of Rural Development cannot just turn a blind eye in terms of the family of Mahamba and not consider them because they have lost a claim upon that land in terms of the Labor Tenant Act. So there are so many issues that is touching Vigral. And what we concluded in our last meeting that was held in February 2023, we said we can again, well, Rural Development said we must submit, the municipality must submit an official letter requesting that the land be released, which we as Human Settlement assisted the municipality to do that. And that's where the matter is stuck. So we are waiting for that department to respond formally also to the municipality with regards to that. But Chairperson, it's very difficult, honestly speaking, to get also updates from the local municipality itself. You send emails, there will be no responses. You call, there will be no responses. So it has really been a challenge. The reason why you see municipalities like Dr. J.S. Moroka and Tembisile coming forth in terms of appointments is because these municipalities, day in and day out, they contact us, they write letters to us, and we appoint. The 8 projects that Dr. J.S. we just appointed, they wrote us a letter, and within a space of 6 months, we were able to appoint for those township establishments. You do the same thing when we go to Victor Kanye, when it's time for the business plan to be drafted, and you'll never get any letter. The only letter you'll get is questions of the Vigral, but they do not also come up with other projects, especially in terms of greenfields projects that they will require assistance. From my side, I haven't received any request, and from that municipality, and maybe it will answer the question from Paul to say it might seem like we are neglecting them as human settlements, but we are not. They maybe need to go back to the drawing board, look at their IDP. We assisted them with the human settlement sector plan IDP chapter in 2019. It even took months and months for it to be adopted by council. They didn't even attend PSC meetings. Those meetings were chaired by me, and I'll be alone with the Nkangala district representing the municipality. So it has been really a challenge, and I think we as a department will really need also assistance from the district. Thank you. I will give it to my colleague to answer the questions on the childcare centers.
Housekeeping, human settlement.
Thanks, Chair.
Or you are dealing with housekeeping?
Yes.
In
responding to that one, yes, we are aware of the housekeeping plan. We have engaged our contractor, and I can confirm that we have been paid their attention. But the challenge that we've been having there is the issue of boulders that are on site, which was left by the contractor who serviced that site, which is more beyond the contractor that we have. When we have engaged the contractor, we're planning to have a meeting next week, Wednesday, with the contractor. So we will address that one. Coming to the one of the social amenities, which is a care center and your halls. For the department to build these amenities, municipalities specifically request from the department to say that department, can you come to the space and assist us to build a community hall? So it's the request from the municipality. So once we are done with the project of building a community hall, we then hand it over back to the municipality who requested it. In terms of your social amenities, in terms of your child care centers, previously it was the Department of Social Development was assisting in terms of facilitating the NGOs to occupy those centers. But currently it has the early childhood has been moved to, I think it's Department of Education. So once we are done and handed over to the municipality needs to engage Department of Education to assist with the process of occupying those centers. Thank you.
Public Works, Chairperson. Chairperson, let me say thank you for the clarification question and allow me to clarify. Chairperson, on the presentation, we presented our annual performance plan. On our annual performance plan, when you check the presentation, we've got local municipality program, project beneficiary, and 2024-25 target. This goes to the question for R50. We are not saying the project is 100% completed. We are saying under this financial year, we plan and we wish to have 100% completion. Not the project is completed. In terms of the project, that is, in terms of the status of the project, it's gone. We already shared the report as a department. And like I said on my presentation, on that project, we did a lot of challenges and a lot of intervention. As we speak now, Chairperson, the project, the main contractor was terminated. We've got the SMME, which is up to Pambili, which is a local SMME, as Victor Kanye, but it's still bending again. But again, Chairperson, the target, it means we are wishing. It's a wish for 2024-2025 annual financial plan. The issue of Dr. J.S. Thanks, Councillor. We appreciate, as a department, as we speak now, we are busy with correcting our stakeholder relationship with the local municipality and the self-chairperson. We are not doing good. That project, we are not saying it's not on complete, it's not on construction, chairperson. It's on design. We put the 350, we're just saying the money that we're going to use this financial year, we must account. We are saying to complete that design before we go to construction. We therefore say, look, our total project is going to cost 28 million, but let's put aside something that will make sure that when we go to procurement, we'll have something. So we say, let's put 3.4. We are not saying the project is 3.4 because as we speak, we don't have any contractor on the ground. And when we got the contractor on the ground, I already communicated to the colleagues, and it's going to be part of our feedback report with my colleagues to share with the relevant stakeholder in the department to say, principle, we need to go to the local municipality and present ourselves before we do anything. That is standard, and we commit to the chairperson. Thank you. And thanks for the correction. And why we saying from the boundaries. We were more technical in terms of the road marking, kilometer mark. We are not saying in terms of the road is coming from boundary of Limpopo, but we'll correct that. In terms of communication with DDM, what is happening within the municipality, we are part of the DDM. I'm part of the champion in the operational center, and top, we are represented by the senior executive members. What informed the project from is a general question. It's through this session and through the outreach, through this all program that we have in the IDP, Indaba, DTF, that's where we take and say, these are our projects that we need to choose. If I can tell you, Chairperson, we've got a lot of projects that, as I'm coming from road planning, we've got a lot of projects that we plan to do, but we need money. And in terms of the Nkangala Hospital, as a department, we act as an implementing agent. My sister center, which is held, will assist on that one. As soon as they've got a budget, they give it to us, we implement. As our task, we become engineer. In terms of the bridge from MMC, the bridge is not yet on construction. We just want to finish, hence we put that aside, that money on the design to say under this financial year, because we didn't complete the detailed design last financial year, we were supposed to put something on site. That's why you can see that amount. And we are saying after we're done, which is going to happen next month, because as I speak now, yesterday we were attending a design review with the consultant, and as a department we are under pressure to finish, and we are all begging from the consultant to finish the detailed design so we can go to the procurement stage. Thank you.
Okay, education.
Thank you, Speaker. The first question was the School for the Blind is going to have matric. As envisaged, the School for the Blind is actually a provincial school. That is, if things goes well, that will be the only school in the province for the blind, and it is intended to take all learners from grade R to matric. And one must state that the school is at planning and design for this financial year. I think one must also really try to input on the question by the Honorable MMC, that are we really responding to the needs of the future? If you look at the presentation of education, it looks like we are no more, we are trying to do more of projects that deal with smart kind of education, e-learning, smart, we are trying to introduce smart schools, we are introducing coding and robotics, and then we are trying to reduce on capital projects of buildings and all other stuff, because most of what we are doing is too traditional. It doesn't necessarily put our learners on the advantage of competing with what the future holds. And that is, in short, what I can say for you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson, Culture, Sport and Recreation. My colleague from Public Works, I think he said it mouthfully, but I just want to add again that it's a target for this current year that we anticipate to complete. And in our case, the maintenance projects the renovations. When we say 100%, it means it's not a multi-year project. It will definitely be completed within the current financial year. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That concludes the... Oh,
thanks very much, Chair. You will realize that when I presented the report, I presented it in two questions. One question was reports progress on projects. The other one was budget. As Public Works has indicated, we are the client department. We are unable to indicate as to whether the project will be the target for the project, what the target for the project will be for this financial year. Last year, the planned target was, the project was on inception and initiation. So possibly this year you might be having your designs and your planning. And as we know, health facilities are controlled by a policy. So we have to have drawings that are in line with the policies. So with that said, I might say, I can say in this coming financial year or in this financial year, it is less likely that we can see dust in the Nkangala. However, the budget is available. We have budgeted 800, more than 200 million. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, is on this how much? You asked that question. They normally follow up if you ask the question. Did you ask the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Honorable Speaker, I want to speak on the road Yasekachibane that has been responded to by Public Works. I should think the Honorable Executive Mayor, when he was doing his remark, he indicated that we must criticize our reports constructively. I should think I beg to differ with what Public Works is saying. In our report 2022-2023, Public Works reported that the Kachibane road is completed. And we said to them that they are not telling the truth. We were saying that because the road was budgeted for, there was a challenge where the community was not happy with the implementation of that project. The community wanted a third route, and Public Works was going to implement that project as a pavement route. And today Public Works is saying they are still busy with the design. Which design are they talking about? Because the road was already designed, the budget was implemented for the designs. Are they doing the design for the second time in one project? Can we get clarity on what Public Works is saying? Thank you very much.
Yeah, give to Public Works for the last time.
Thank you for second option. Yes, second question or clarity. Yes, it's true. We are redesigning the project to align with what the community needed. Remember, when you put block pave and the tar, it's totally different and it's total design. So what we're doing now, what the community wants. Thank you. Which is, we are almost done. This financial year, we already put aside the money to construct. and we are going on tender as soon as we're done with detailed design.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm informed we left with 3 presentations. We'll take them quickly, and then we shall take the way forward. Department of Community Safety and Security and Liaison.
Thank you, Chairperson. Greetings to the Mayor, Speaker, colleagues, Amaposi, all protocol observed. As the Department of, before I go there, sorry, my name is Mam Sikriga. As the Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison, we are dealing with educational awareness campaign in all 6 municipalities. As you see there, for the Lipa Traders Workshop. In Lipa Traders Workshop is where we involve the police and the Lipa Ward 8. We do workshops and we do compliance. We check the liquor outlets, whether they are whether there is a compliance or not. And then we've got Sports Against Crime Awareness Campaign, where we gathered youth in different communities, different municipalities, and address them, discourage them about the commitment of the crime. And then we've got the vulnerable groups. When we talk about vulnerable groups, we are referring to persons with disabilities and elderly people, where we used to call them and educate them about crime prevention, and that they must always be alert that crime prevention is everyone's business. Then we've got the anti-crime awareness campaigns for contact crimes. Here we deal specifically with rape and all cases that are committed between 2 people or more. So we also give them the pamphlets so that they must be aware what to do when such crimes are committed. Then we've got also a school safety initiatives. School safety, we are visiting the schools that are problematic, and then they identify for us the children that are in conflict with the law, and we address them. Then after addressing them, we've got also the prison tour campaign. We after identifying those children with in conflict with the law, we take them to prison to show them how the prison live, and then we request the prisoners there, the inmates, so that they can address them, and they must know how is the life in prison. And then we also have the community safety forum, which is in all our municipalities. We support it, that program, and make sure that it's running, it's alive. Then we've got also the community police forums at the different police stations. We make sure that we support those structures by buying them reflector jackets and by workshopping them, and make sure with the station commissioner that those structures are running. And then we are also having a project called the Tourism Safety Monitors. This project was initiated within the 5 police stations. Those police stations were identified nationally because it was recognized that they are the police stations that are more contributing in crime in the Mpumalanga province. Those police stations are Kwamhlanga, Siyabuswa, Witbank, Dalstrom. The other one is Kwamhlanga, Siyabuswa, Dalstrom, Witbank, and yes, I've forgotten the Middleburg. So these tourist monitors are being utilized where there are tourist destinations, since our tourists are being attacked. I think it's all. Our prison tour for this financial year will be at Dr. J.S. Moroka at Pungucha High School and Lito High School, where we identify that those 2 schools are more problematic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Can we give her a round of applause? Thank you. Thank you. Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development. Oh, it's not you. Oh, he's the boss. You can see where you're seated.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Honorable Chairperson. I'm observing all the protocols. I'm just going to quickly take you through the presentation for the National Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development. I think it's very much important for me to take you through who we are, because oftentimes we get confused with the Provincial Department of Agriculture. So I just want to make sure that the audience identify or are in a position to identify us as a department. We are the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development, with a key responsibility of acceleration of land reform and catalyzing rural development, as well as improving agricultural production. And when we talk about improvement of agricultural production, it's mainly on land reform programs, because our key responsibility at the end of it all remains land reform. Within the Department of Land Reform in the district, we've got a component that handles strategic land acquisition. We've got a component that handles land development support. We've got a component that deals with rural infrastructure development, a component also that deals with cooperative and enterprise development. We've got a component that deals with property management, that is responsible for all the land that is owned by the state in the district. Then in the province, we've got the spatial planning and land use management subunit that is interacting with all the district municipality in terms of supporting them with various special development plans and adherence to SPLUMA. Then we also have a component that deals with youth recruitment, which is called NARISEC. Then, of course, as a department in its entirety, we have entities that are independent from the department, which are your Regional Land Claims Commission, your Deeds Registry, as well as the Office of the Surveyor General. Chair, I just thought it's important that at least we get properly identified. So from my interactions in these meetings, I've learned that that is very much important, because oftentimes we get asked questions that are relating to the Provincial Department of Agriculture. So in terms of our projects for the 2024-2025 financial year, in the sub-program of strategic land acquisition, where we purchase land and allocate it to emerging farmers, I want to give you the picture for the previous financial year so that you get to understand why we are performing the way we are performing. Because land reform on its own, we're still relying on the willing buyer, willing seller, and it is market driven. There are issues around land prices, and they all affect the acquisition of the land. Hence, you'll find that in a financial year, we're only able to acquire one property. Like in the 2023-2024 financial year, we only acquired one property that we allocated to emerging farmers. The same is likely to happen in the 2024-2025 financial year. Don't mind the 2023-2024 on top, the typo. So with acquisition this year, we are likely to acquire the portions of the farm, wheat plots, as well as other portions of the farm, which are situated in the local municipality, and they measure a total of 1,500 hectares at an asking price of 31 million. We have already done the valuation. We are waiting for the landowner to accept this offer. So far, the indication is that they are happy with the valuation price that we have made. So we will be acquiring this farm in this financial year, and it will be the only acquisition that we will be doing in the current financial year. Then we also have the land development support, where we are supporting our land reform farmers. I have indicated or listed these projects here. Though they are projects from the 2023-2024 financial year, we're sitting with them as commitments, because we have spent the bulk of the budget that was allocated, and at the moment we are remaining with a balance of between 1.5 million, 1 million for each of those projects. which are for running costs. So there are still commitments in our register for this year. The new project that we will be dealing with is on the farm crop spray, which is in Nkangala. I hope the gentleman from Nkangala will be happy to see that there is a department that is servicing that municipality. Then we will be supporting the C there who has a lease with the department with creation of pastures. If a livestock farmer will be creating pastures for them and providing them with mechanization. Then we will also be supporting a farmer in Stiftshelwe municipality on the farm in and spread with the amount of money that is reflected there is 11 million. Again, it's with they want to produce potatoes, so we will be supplying them with production inputs and mechanization as well as infrastructure. Then there is a settlement outside Stiftshelwe, which is Dorenkop, and it's a communal property association. Most of you know about it and the challenges there. We will be supporting that community with poultry production. We are finalizing the business plan with them. So far, the budget is 14 million, and it's subject to review because we are also revising the business plan. You will notice that we're not having targeted subcontractors because we deal with specific commodity sectors who are already registered within the department database. Then in the component of enterprise development and cooperatives or cooperatives and enterprise development, these are the projects that we will be implementing in this financial year. They are continuation. We have had these projects, I think, for the past 5 or 6 years. They are part of the Agri-Parks model, and they've been identified as farmer production support units, or what we call FPSU. And in terms of the Agri-Parks policy, we are supposed to support this project over a period of 10 years. So we are now in our 6th year of supporting this project. So we support them with mechanization and production inputs, with personnel, with security services, skills development on various of these projects. There will be one in Nkangala, the Nkangala cotton. The budget there is still going to be revised, but we are estimating 10.7 at the moment. We're doing Camille Refill Farmer Production Support Unit at a budget of 8.4 million, and then we'll be continuing with Seed Transcribe at a budget of 9.5 million. I want to believe that some of you were present when the Premier was launching this project. When was it? 2 days ago, I think. Yes. Thank you. Then we also have a component which is responsible for security of tenure for those whose tenure is insecure. These are mainly our farm dwellers and our labor tenants under the program tenure reform implementation. These are the various farms that we will be acquiring throughout the municipality, but mainly in areas where there are continuous land tenure threats. So you'll find that there's a concentration in Emakhaze, local municipality, because there are, farm dweller, serious farm dweller land rights violations that are taking place there. We will also be acquiring a farm at Stiftshelwe for settling of these families, and this is a continuation there. Some of the farms you will see that they are donations, and it's all because these farms were acquired by the department for the purposes of settling these people. However, we are in a process of transferring them to various families. This is a continuation of those acquisitions in the various municipalities. Then we have a component that is responsible for property management, that is managing all the properties that we are acquiring as a state and other historical properties that we are owning as a Department of Agricultural Land Reform and Rural Development. So the reason why I'm putting this here and presenting this is because a year ago, the minister came here in the district and we converged in the chamber where he made a commitment that all the funds that we have acquired as a department through the proactive land acquisition strategy, we are now going to be transferring them to the people who have been leasing them. In other words, we are upgrading from the 30-year leases to complete ownership. So the minister and the deputy minister make a commitment, and as a result, we had to start working on those. So I'm listing all this so that you will see, Chairperson, because I know you were part of those meetings. So these are the properties that already we have started working on. Out of these 5 properties that I have listed there, there is one which is Wachten which is already approved and it's been taken for transfer. So we are hoping that this particular transaction will actually be transferred by September. Then the rest, which is Steenplaats, Kalmersfontein, Goedehoop, and Elandshoek, we are waiting for final approval by National Office. And once that approval is done, we will then transfer those properties. And after the transfer of those 5 that I have listed, or rather, after we did the request for approval of those properties, we started to work on other farms where we are sure that we will be able to dispose, because there is a criteria in terms of what is it that we can dispose and what is it that we cannot. So these are the various farms that we will be disposing. Again, they are at Emakazeni, they are at Victor, and again, as you can see, the list for Victor is more than all the other local municipalities. And then we also have 2 in Emalahleni. These are the 2 where we took the minister to when she was here before the presidential DDM outreach. Then there is the issue of Vikral. I deliberately decided to not add on the response that my colleague Lerato gave on Vikral. It is a thorn on everyone's neck. But however, from our side, what we are trying to do is that we are engaging with all the parties that are involved. The complexity of this matter is that indeed we have a tenancy claim, and within that labor tenancy claim, the people who are claiming, there is one specific family that is wanting to dominate all the other families, and now they want to chase off all the other members, and as a result, we need to take this matter to court, and it may actually delay the actual transfer. At the beginning, we actually thought that we should be able to transfer the piece of land that is already invaded. However, the plans from the municipality and human settlement were that they are needing even the extra land that is not invaded. In those extra lands that are not invaded, there are lessees as well, that as a department, we are obligated to find them alternative land, which is something that is not easy because we need to get the land first before they can be removed. However, we are starting a process of joint engagements between ourselves, the municipality, human settlements, and all the other parties, so that we can come up with a clear plan to say what is it that we can dispose first, and what is it that we can deal with later on. Okay, so this is our traditional state land, which is based at Tembisile Municipality and Dr. J.S. Moroka. This is what we commonly call KAPROS, which stands for Kwandebele Agricultural Properties. We're sitting with about 273 of these properties. And out of this, I'm giving you an outline to show that we have active leases on 14 properties, and 29 of them are demarcated in Gauteng, and 5 have got possible land invasions, and there are 18 of them that are already submitted for approval for renewal of leases, which is in process. However, we need to state the challenges that I want to believe that Tembisile Municipality, as well as the district municipality, is aware of these challenges. The fact that there are overlapping land rights that are affecting the users who are there. We've got restitution claims, we've got lessees, and then we've got farm dwellers. Then we also have land invaders. So we've got more than 4 categories of land rights that are overlapping that we need to resolve. There are also illicit activities in terms of illegal minings, illegal land invasions and allocations, and land invasions. So this is the challenge that we are facing with regard to this category of state land properties, that is the Kapo's properties. That brings my presentation to the end, Chairperson, and I thank you.
Thank you, round of applause. Thank you so much. The last presentation, Mpumalanga Tourism and Arts Agency, Roskosa.
Thank you very much, Chair. Greetings to yourself. Greetings to the leadership of the municipality, from the executive mayor, the MM. Let me also safely say all the protocol observed. Our presentation, Chair, is going to be very brief. I'm not going to deal much in terms of introduction, but safe to say we are an entity of DEDET, Economic Development and Tourism, mandated to provide sustainable management and promotion of tourism and nature conservation in the province. We must indicate, Chair, that we are tasked to manage 15 provincial nature reserves in the province. We have 5 in the region. We are asked to present projects and programs for the financial year, hence we're not going to find anything from the previous years, and we're also going to indicate that we don't have any project that goes to the outer year. But I think, as my colleague here from Agriculture, we are beneficiary of the Department of Agriculture. I was hoping we're going to indicate, because it goes to the outer years. We are constructing a game fence in Ndala Nature Reserve. The plan is that at least by the end of May, it should be completed. Chair, this is the presentation. The first project there, the project description says infrastructure upgrades at Ndala Nature Reserve. We are planning for this financial year to renovate chalets, provide bulk water supply, and the reconstruction of the environmental sector and the renovation of a picket at Ndala. These are the benefiting wards, and the budget is 22 million. So due to lack of budget, we still in a plan for this financial year to commercialize Mkolane Lodge, which is also at Ndala Nature Reserve. Same wards that are still going to benefit there. Also, number 3 is the commercialization of Zitabiseni. The commercialization, we must indicate, Chair, because it closed in December, that we could not find a suitable service provider, and we're going to re-advertise this project. But safe to say, Chair, that as much as we're still going to re-advertise, we still have a responsibility as NTPA to see to it that the resort still operates fully. And we're engaging also our mother departments, which is the Department of Tourism, to also assist in terms of finding to do infrastructure development there at the reserve. As we noting also, must say, acknowledge that we have infrastructure challenges there at the reserve, which help us in terms of tourism visits at the reserve. The last program, Chair, that we are having, we call it the Wilding of Loskop Dam Nature Reserve. No budget allocated there also. There, as Chair, we must clearly indicate there that we signed a 25-year deal with a philanthropic partner who is planning to rewild and develop Loskop Dam Nature Reserve to one of the best reserves in the province or in the country. Plans just to indicate it's to one, the first task that we're going to do, which is we're currently busy with. The plan is just to extend in terms of hectares. We are currently at 23,000 hectares, so we are engaging our neighbors in terms of some of them are private business people, and some of them, I think, there's also Hoshima Tebe, they were also engaging them in terms of expanding. Then we're going to do a project there to start with fencing and reintroduce game there. The plan is to introduce game 5. We want Loskop Dam Nature Reserve to be one of the most visited reserves in the province. We pride ourselves, Chair, with the dam, and if we introduce the game 5 there, we believe that that will increase tourism visits in the region. That will also obviously impact on other tourism products in the region, which we believe will create more employment and also increase in terms of our revenue in the region. Chair, briefly, this is what we are going to present for this current financial year. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you. Can we do likewise? Thank you so much. That concludes the presentations. Can we now take the hands? As in the last round. One hand. One hand at the back. Thank you so much. 2 hands. Hey, Mizagashi. Wow. Engineer, that's a conference. Babu looking at 3. Councillor Nkangala 4. 4 hands. In that order. Let's go. Straight to the point, eh? So they are shown laba bathu ukuthi 1 2 sikhathi yabashiya amabhodlela mosha amafridge.
Well, thank you, Chairperson, and greetings to everyone, all protocol observed. I do not have a question, it's just a comment. My name is Patuma Shamba from Tembisileran. I appreciate the presentation from Megan. I just noticed that from the presentation, they were not indicating the municipalities in which the projects are associated with. So I just thought maybe from their presentation they can just add a column in to indicate where those projects are. Thank you.
Yes, number 2.
Thank you, Jay. We have only 3 questions. One from the Department of Living Safety. Another one is for agriculture, too. So my question based on this, I hear the set is going to workshop this liquid traders. My question based on the number of these mushrooming of labor traders that are operating within the communities, whether what measures are in place in order to issue these licenses, because you find that some are nearby the schools and churches. So I don't know how do they allocate them, or are they working together with the labor board, or dealing with the municipality, because the municipality must be part of that allocation of the license, because it needs to inspect the area where it's suitable for trade. Two, I'm with the agriculture. I mean, the letter presented that says the existing of these capros. These are the tenants of the areas where the capros are situated. Yes, and he said he's going to renew, they are going to renew the lease. But unfortunately, these tenants, immediately they receive an acknowledgement letter. To them, saying you must go and occupy the land, which is the sort of an intimidation that's taking place within those areas around Wansha. Others are complaining about people coming in, showing them that then they were here. So we need to be here. While they're being acknowledged that they are going to, they are strict deals with their claim. But unfortunately, when they receive an acknowledgement letter, to them it says that, okay, there was any included in the year, now they are going there. So I wanted just to get the clarity, how are they addressing that challenge? Second question is in connection with the existing of local upcoming farmers. I just want to get the clarity with these agri-parks, are they existing or what? Because of, as a person who's dealing with in the House of Correction, dealing with the committee that deals with the land administration and justice, whereby we visit all these farmers and other areas within the area of Wamishan and Desmo. Only find the challenge that yes, there are products that are producing these upcoming farmers. Unfortunately, they don't know where to sell them. But there was an introduction of the agriculture that is going to be built for this community. But unfortunately, I don't see anyone. Maybe you can clarify as well. Are they still existing or not? Thank you.
Next, number 3.
Yeah. Also with all the mayors and the MMCs as well as the managers that are here. As well as managers that are here, municipal managers and all else. I normally would hear people talking about the observation of a protocol, and so I do. Speaker, I'm going to talk about something that maybe a language is of one and few other layers. And I think it is important to do so. Each and every epoch, there is a particular time, whether it's in history or the time that they confront you at the stage. You do need a certain type of people that are going to be equal to the task. To confront that task successfully. We are kubalulekile somlomo ukuthi uma kuthiwa sifuna abantu labaya ku-task nge-task so bathi babulukele sicela ukuthi uthathe i-position leso ukuthi ngeke ngikhone mina ngina-capacity umuntu lekumata ne-capacity ngibehali ngathi utokhona ukuconfronta la mashini umuntu engibonana ne-capacity ngubaba espeaker angayibamba le. And I'm saying this because we are not meeting all of this kind of meeting in second department. We are evaluating when we speak about these projects and programs, see, what is it that is going to change these communities, these projects? If Peggy speaks about roads and everything else and so on, so you should be able to say, we create a road network connectivity that is going to facilitate cargo, facilitate tourism, facilitate and bring safety, and so on and so on. And that's what we manage to because the other thing is that should be explained. There are means and tests, norms and standards in the manner in which how they identify projects. We must explain these things. And so that leadership within the district and local municipalities are able to say, roads and transport, it was addressed, why you don't know, and so on. So that we can do that. And so that your meeting, Speaker, it's not a meeting that is swamped by limitations. We cannot deal with this thing. And I'm happy to say, each and every time, it's a pleasure for the department and myself to support. There's a sense of organization, structure, order, and governance we are having. But the issues of the level of unemployment, at some point we will drop the documents in Sambana, so Sikijime very fast. And I'm not sure, that's why Maufika Blabba must Palabat manifest. Mapagi, what was he, but manifest. Because Usisuva, Lausa, Manuva, you to Ragara, Babali, that means the situation is operating. Speaker, I right, Nuka would success ya every time. That is me living on a seat that I'm a service of the Terracuda, and so to the band because of the spiders from Terrapabi and so on. And so the poverty is a problem, and the issues of inequality and inequities. So there's a need for us to speak. And I just want to appreciate departments that are here. So kubeka sibakhulumisela abaningi into ebalulekile conscious awunikeza umsebenzi ukuthi i-conscious abithi ngive speaker nathi khona labalala emsebenzini noma ngimeya kathi kuyalala emsebenzini and speaker wathi lengelanga kungabonakala ngathi aseseyijifuni kungabonakala ngathi sisemhlanga kona that sisemsebenzini lasonke siyahola angiboni khona lo volunteer and there is nakhona ukukhuluma njalo speaker ngoba sengimzala noma ungangibulala kufanele ngisubulala sipho so futhi akusasabi lutho yabo that's why ngifuna ukukhuluma nje noma ngikhuluma kanjani abanye basasaba wathi bona babale magama ngibali lokho.
When I say for Jogala Maka,
They're afraid to die.
Yeah, thank you very much. Greeting to yourselves and all protocol observed. Without waste of time, I will just put submission few to MTPA. We welcome the report itself. It shows very clear that yes, we are worried about our reserves that were long time overdue in process of renovation. And we welcome your report. But my worry is concerned come to a space with the issue of the upper hand of Mahlabanis at Mutala as the issue of percentage in terms of when there is processes of a project. Councillors not engaged, manager tampering with the processes, community itself must be part of the project, we are not part. The Makfugama strikes, all the Abantu Balek, Salati,
So kule project beyikhona manje ye-fencing, ama-member community abayithola i-percentage. Mahlabani to everything. The manager do whatever they want to do and use as arrogant. We write an email to your offices, to Mr. Zaid. When I recall very clear, I was given the email, no response. And I believe that all of us said, which is crucial here, we cannot just cause rights unnecessary. Well, leaders, we must call things to order. So that was my suggestion. Can you please come to that space and try to look to deal with the issue of Nkangala, because it's going to cause votes unnecessary. Please, Mr. Sponsor, thank you very much.
Thank you. Responses? And those that presented.
Thank you. Thank you, Program Director.
Chair. Oh, you respond. Yeah. Please. But somebody was saying, thank you, Program Director. 6 votes.
Thank you, Program Director. Regarding the issue of liquor outlets, the question raised here, we are aware as the department that other outlets are not in a correct space. So we had a meeting with the SAPS, then we instructed them that they must revisit the operational licenses of those liquor outlets. And then we're still waiting for the progress report from them. So I think we'll also make a follow-up as the department. Thank you.
Thanks, Chair. Let me first deal with the issue of the municipalities. The first project, which is infrastructure development at Indaba, is in Dr. J.S. Moroka. And the other programs that we spoke about, it's also the second one of commercialization at Indaba Nature Reserve, also at Dr. J.S. Moroka. Then the commercialization of the Tabiseli is in Tabiseli Hani. Then with Loscop, it's in Steve Chwete local municipality, but it's also in the borders of Elias Muzoledi local municipality. Chair, let me also indicate in terms of the submission of councillor here, in terms of the co-management agreement that we have with the land claimants or the beneficiaries there. Our agreement is that in terms of beneficiation, 60% should be for the land claimants and 40% should be for the closest community, which I think, unfortunately, as you indicate, I think it was not implemented as such. But I think through my project manager or PMU unit, I did indicate that they must also talk to LED, Dr. J.S. Moroka, so that we avoid something like this. And then the councillors there for the benefiting wards should also be engaged, because I think we in terms of community there, we engage with local traditional authorities and also engage with the councillors so that they assist in terms of recruitment or in terms of beneficiation for the 40%. Masaba and Trust, I'm not sure why are they thinking that they are above the others, but they are just claimants there and we are managing authority. I think the reserve manager there should be able to implement the co-management agreement that we have with the land claimants. But we just appointed, you raised later, we just appointed, replaced, and that there's Ragwane, who's dealing with social ecologists, should be able to engage with the lady and also share numbers with you so that we come to that space and manage that confusion. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you, Chairperson. There were two questions that were directed to us. The first one was with regard to the renewal of leases vis-a-vis the claims and the fact that people will come to the farms with letters. What we want to indicate is that we have taken cognizance of the fact that there are overlapping land rights and there are conflicts and disputes that have arisen. So the decision that the department has taken for now, and I'm saying for now because it is a temporary measure to resolve the issue that is there, is that we are halting temporarily the settlement or further settlement of land claims in those Kapros properties, so that we do a thorough investigation of these land rights that are overlapping in the space, and we will ensure that when we do eventually allocate the land, we are allocating the land parcels to all the various people with land rights. The reason why I am saying that this is temporary is because the settlement of land claims is a legal matter. So in some of these instances, you find that the minister has already signed Section 42Ds, which are binding legal documents. And as per the consultations that we've been having with both the lessees and the claimants, the intention of the department is that we need to go back to court so that the court review those settlement agreements, and once that is done, then we can focus on doing those thorough land rights inquiries. So what is supposed to happen is that no one should be going to any of these farms to claim that they have a right to take new occupation. However, the people who are currently there, they need to continue being there. We have interacted with the police. We continue to interact with them because the situation is getting volatile by the day. However, we will also appreciate support and assistance from the Royal House as well as the municipality in terms of addressing some of the issues that are there. Then there is the issue around the farmers that we are supporting, especially Dr. J.S. Moroka and Tembisile Hani, with production and their access to markets. Indeed, the concept of AgriPark is to support the farmers with access to market. Hence, what we are doing at the moment, we are trying to strengthen production at primary level, at farm level, and at that local level, we are establishing what we call the Farmer Production Support Unit. Hence, in the presentation, you saw that I spoke about the 3 Farmer Production Support Unit, where farmers in a specific locality are able to go to these units to access support and to market their produce. In the recent one that we have launched as Sebraskral, you will notice that it's not even just primary production. We are going into agro-processing, so that the people who are producing the maize, they should not be struggling in terms of taking those produce to markets. However, they can easily take it to the nearest mill, which is processing. They're producing maize meal in all grades. They produce semp, they produce many rice. So we want it to become a fully fledged processing facility, and we will be doing the same even at Dr. J.S. Moroka with their grain productions as well as their vegetable productions. We continue to work with the local Department of Agriculture in offering this support and identifying the actual processing facilities that we need to do to support the farmers. I think those were the 2 questions.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Colleagues, I think we have now reached the end part, and I think ngiyabona ukuthi u-executive mayor akekho ngithi. Ngiyabona ukuthi u-chief akekho ngithi. Kusele mina. Sele mina to represent them. Yeah, no. The executive mayor has got a serious challenge, and he has apologized. I must indicate both his phones have been hacked, and people are phoning all over the country, asking money in his name and sending Facebook SMS. I got one in the morning, so I was able to alert him. So it is true. That is happening. She would now win a challenge, and she had to quickly rush to the school where the child is. So that is why you are not seeing them here, colleagues. I must clarify that. But in terms of the final remarks, I think let us take stock of the issue that was raised by the executive mayor of the district development model. To work together, to avoid working in silos, to plan together, so that we pool our resources together and avoid duplication in terms of the project, and also be able to prioritize properly. That's what the district development model seeks to achieve. And that is why a question has been asked by Honorable Matebula to say, why are we not responding to the issues? Department of Education tried to respond, but it cuts across. We refer to all departments. And the challenge is here. We are in the district in Indaba. Almost everybody is here. The problem is when we are supposed to go to the community. Because all these reports, they are not ours, they are community reports. So they must reach the community. And on those bases, we are going to implore all of you colleagues, continue, members of all departments who are here, to submit your reports and cooperate with Bamanga and his team. These reports, they must go to the community. And the problem, again, is that in the Indaba, we are all here. We are going to take another round in September, where we will be reporting progress to the community. In fact, that's where you are going to get the issues that you must prioritize for implementation in the next financial year. If you're a department, when you have gone through all those community outreach meetings, 6 of them, and we give you platform to share the information, you shall get feedback that tells us what is it that is going to be needed and how we must prioritize it. And that's where the challenge is. So we want us to be very conscious of that, to say, let us walk the journey together. So now say shower out endlessly. There are departments that are doing very well, and we must appreciate that. They are very consistent, they are with us all the time, and we must appreciate that. Department of Public Works, we are told there's a change. We hope now that there's a change, we will see the true colors now. It was not what we thought it was. Yeah. Because of the match. Skipper and Public Works. I won't care. But thinking a district manager, we told Uti there's a new incumbent, 80. So we want to see that change coming through. And having said that, colleagues, we must then take this opportunity and appreciate and thank all of you without reservation, in particular, Honorable Matebula, Honorable Executive Mayor, and the MM and her team, Bamangani, and your team, CFO and your team, for compiling these reports, and all departments that have played a role and presented. We are very grateful. All councillors that have attended, and we've got 2 executive mayors that have stood the test of time. Executive Mayor Mtsweni and Executive Mayor Dekhali. I just now my trophy, listen, I'm busy on my trophy guy. But Executive Mayor Michelle, I'm going to lose your mask. And I will call us, spoken of all executive mayors. Ningatini Nalipis, you made this meeting what it is. And all our respected officials, yeah, I want to visit Sabo, Ikosi Mabena Sabo, Chibala, Kabu, Relevo, today, and that effectively, colleagues, brings us to the end. And I'm going to request le emubangona umuntu ubhalwe miss bengicela sukume ezabayiphutha ngakithi.